Chosen one, I greet you with the highest honor, for this is no ordinary moment. You have walked a path like no other, through fire, through storms, and through the deepest valleys that others would have collapsed in. But not you. You have stood unwavering, unshaken, and unbroken, a beacon of divine strength, resilience, and faith. You have passed the test that was set before you. The challenges that once seemed insurmountable were nothing more than preparation for this very moment. You've been tested, tried, and refined, and now you stand as a warrior of light, chosen and called for a purpose far greater than you've ever imagined. Today is the day, chosen one. The moment you've been waiting for, the moment where the truth about who you truly are will be revealed. It's time to understand the extraordinary destiny that has been written in the stars for you, the divine purpose that has been etched in your soul from the very beginning. You are not here by accident. You are here by divine design. This is your moment to step fully into the power and purpose that God has prepared for you. The waiting is over. The breakthrough is already here. Before we dive deeper into this transformative revelation, I ask you to take a moment to act, to signal your readiness to receive the divine download that's about to unfold. Hit that like button to show your commitment to this journey and subscribe to align yourself with this divine message. Your engagement amplifies this powerful truth, sending it to others who, like you, are destined for greatness. And if this message resonates with your spirit, drop a 777 in the comments below. That number carries a divine energy, a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive the abundance and blessings that God has in store for you. This moment is yours, chosen one. Let's claim it together. It's time, chosen one, to understand the truth that has been quietly whispering to you for as long as you can remember. There has always been something within you, an undeniable sense that you were made for more, that you were set apart from the world in ways you couldn't quite understand. You've always known deep within your soul that your life has a higher calling, a greater purpose than just the ordinary ebb and flow of existence. This knowing has been with you, guiding you, even when the world around you seemed to question it. It wasn't an accident, and it wasn't a passing phase. It was God speaking directly to your soul, reminding you of your divine purpose, your true identity. You see, God's plan for you was written long before you ever breathed your first breath. From the very beginning of time, before you ever walked this earth, He knew you. He designed you for a specific task, a divine mission that no one else could fulfill. Your heart beats with the rhythm of this divine blueprint. Every moment, every experience, every twist and turn in your life has been a step toward awakening this truth within you. You were never meant to blend in, to follow the crowd, or to settle for a life of mediocrity. No, you were called to stand out, to rise above the noise, and to walk in the light of your true purpose. Your uniqueness is not something to be hidden, but something to be embraced, for it is the very essence of your calling. God's plan was imprinted in your soul long before you realized it. It is woven into the very fabric of your being, shaping every aspect of your life. From the deepest desires of your heart to the smallest details of your journey, everything has been orchestrated by a divine hand. It wasn't coincidence that you've always felt different. It wasn't happenstance that you've experienced the things you've experienced. Everything has been a part of the greater story that God is writing with your life. And now, chosen one, the time has come for you to understand it fully. If you've ever felt like you didn't quite fit in, like the world around you couldn't quite grasp the depth of who you are, you're not alone. Many who are chosen walk through this life feeling like outsiders, like they're living on the edges of society, watching the world spin on while their hearts beat to a different rhythm. It's in these moments of isolation that God begins to mold you, to refine you for the extraordinary work that is ahead. The isolation, the sense of being misunderstood, are not signs that something is wrong with you. They are confirmations that you are exactly where God wants you to be. There have been moments in your life when you've tried to make sense of your path, moments when you've questioned why things didn't work out the way you thought they would. You've looked at others and wondered why their journey seemed so much easier, so much clearer. But what you didn't realize at the time is that you were never meant to walk their path. You were meant to carve your own way, to walk a road that only you could walk, because only you have been equipped with the tools to fulfill this divine mission. Your uniqueness is not a flaw, it is your strength. It is the very thing that will enable you to fulfill the destiny God has planned for you. God's plan is never ordinary. It's extraordinary. And you, chosen one, were never meant to lead an ordinary life. You were born for greatness, not in the sense that the world defines greatness, but in the sense that God's greatness flows through you, through the work He has called you to do. There is a power within you that the world has yet to see, and it is a power that will transform lives, shift atmospheres, and ignite change wherever you go. But chosen one, this journey hasn't been easy. You've faced hardships, struggles, and moments of deep pain. There have been times when you felt alone, as though the weight of the world was on your shoulders, and no one understood the depth of your battles. It's easy in those moments to feel defeated, to wonder if you're truly cut out for the task at hand. But let me tell you this, every trial you've faced has been a part of God's divine preparation for the extraordinary destiny He has for you. The struggles were not punishments. They were divine tools, each one meticulously crafted to build resilience, wisdom, and unshakable faith within you. You may have faced rejection, betrayal, or loss situations that made you question your worth and your purpose. But in those moments, God was teaching you. He was strengthening you for the future, shaping you into someone who could carry His power and His light into the darkest corners of the world. The struggles you faced weren't signs of weakness. They were tests of your character, your faith, and your perseverance. Each challenge was a lesson, and with every lesson learned, you grew stronger. You were being refined, like gold being purified in the fire. Think about Joseph in the Bible. Joseph, who was sold into slavery by his own brothers, betrayed, abandoned, and left in prison for years. To the world, it seemed like he had been forgotten, that his dreams and his destiny had been crushed. But from God's perspective, Joseph was being prepared for something greater. Every hardship Joseph faced was a step toward his divine purpose. His pain became his preparation for greatness. In time, Joseph was elevated to a position of power, becoming a ruler who saved nations, a provider for those who once abandoned him. Your story is no different. The world may have tried to break you. It may have whispered lies to you, trying to convince you that you were unworthy, that you were not enough. But you stood firm, and like Joseph, you will rise. You will step into your divine destiny stronger, wiser, and more prepared than ever before. Your past struggles will not define you. They will be the very foundation of your future victories. Chosen one. As you walk through life, it's essential to understand a truth that will shape every step you take. God's perspective is always different from the world's. The world will often try to place labels on you based on what they can see with their eyes. It will call you defeated when you fall broken, when you stumble, and unworthy when you make mistakes. But God, in His divine wisdom, looks deeper. He sees the heart, He sees the purpose, and He sees the transformation that is happening beneath the surface. Where the world sees failure, God sees preparation. Where the world sees defeat, God sees strength being forged. When you go through trials, the world will try to tell you that you are broken, that you are a victim of circumstances, and that you are defined by your struggles. It will tell you that your mistakes and your failures disqualify you from ever living the life God has planned for you. But that is not God's view of you. God's view is so much greater, so much more powerful. He sees you as someone who has been tested and tried, someone who has emerged stronger and more resilient than ever before. Your struggles were never meant to break you. They were meant to prepare you for the greatness God has destined you to walk in. It's important to realize that the enemy will try to convince you that you're unworthy, that your past disqualifies you from stepping into your divine purpose. But that is a lie. God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the called. No matter what you've been through, no matter what mistakes you've made, no matter how many times you've felt like you've failed, God has not disqualified you from His purpose. In fact, those very moments of struggle were often the moments where He was closest to you, shaping you, molding you, and refining you into the person He always intended for you to be. Let's take a deeper look at how the world and God see your struggles. The world sees your failures, your mistakes, and your hardships as reasons to discard you. It labels you with the defeated tag, telling you that you're not enough and that you will never make it to where you want to be. But God, oh, He sees something completely different. He doesn't just look at what's visible on the outside. He sees what's happening inside of you. The perseverance, the strength, the lessons learned, and the resilience that's being built through every trial. When the world calls your trials failures, God calls them preparation. When the world labels your setbacks as the end of your journey, God sees them as stepping stones that lead you directly to your destiny. Every hardship, every tear you've shed, and every moment of doubt were all part of the process that God is using to refine you and prepare you for the future He has set before you. And He doesn't do this for just anyone. He does it for those He calls His own. He does it for you, chosen one. Think of a diamond in the rough. It begins as a lump of coal, seemingly worthless and unremarkable. But under intense pressure and heat, that coal is transformed into something beautiful, something precious, something priceless. God is shaping you in the same way. The trials you've faced are the pressure, and your spirit is the diamond that is being forged. You are not who the world says you are. You are who God says you are, a chosen vessel, a radiant light, a force to be reckoned with. The world may try to remind you of your past mistakes, your failures and your flaws, trying to convince you that you are defined by them. But God's truth is far more powerful than the lies the enemy tries to whisper in your ear. God doesn't see you as your mistakes. He sees you as His child, His masterpiece created for greatness. The mistakes you've made in the past do not define you. They refine you. They are not the end of your story. They are part of the process that brings you closer to the person God has called you to be. When you look back at your past, you may see mistakes, regrets, and things you wish you had done differently. But when God looks at your past, He sees the growth you've experienced, the strength you've gained, and the wisdom you've acquired. You are not the same person you were yesterday. You are being shaped and transformed into someone who is ready for the divine purpose God has placed on your life. And in those moments when you felt abandoned, when you thought you couldn't go on, when the weight of the world was too much to bear, those were the moments when God was closest to you. He was with you, walking alongside you, even when you couldn't feel His presence. He was using those moments to strengthen you, to teach you to rely on His strength and not your own. He was preparing you for something far greater than you could have imagined. You may not have seen it at the time, but you've passed your tests. Every trial you've faced, every moment you thought you couldn't endure, has led you to this very moment of breakthrough. You are stronger than you know, chosen one. The trials you thought would break you have only made you stronger, more resilient, and more ready for the calling God has placed on your life. The world may look at your past and see failure, but God looks at you and sees victory. You didn't just survive the trials, you overcame them. You didn't just get through the storm, you were refined and shaped by it. The world may have tried to label you as defeated, but God's perspective is different. You are not defeated. You are victorious, and you are stepping into the fullness of the victory that God has won for you. Chosen one, the best is yet to come. This is just the beginning of the life God has prepared for you. Your breakthrough is here, and with it, your divine purpose is being revealed in ways you've never imagined. All the things you've gone through, all the tests you've passed are not in vain. They have all been part of God's divine plan to prepare you for this moment. The moment when you step fully into the divine calling He has set before you. In the quiet moments of reflection, remember this: God's plan for you is far greater than anything you've experienced so far. Every tear, every struggle, every moment of doubt has been part of the process of refining you for this divine moment. You were made for greatness, chosen one. Your journey is far from over. In fact, it's just beginning. The world hasn't seen anything yet. You are about to shine brighter than you ever imagined, and the impact you will have will echo through eternity. So as you move forward into this new season of fulfillment, know this: you are ready. You have been prepared for this moment. The trials, the challenges, the doubts, they were all part of your preparation. Now you are stepping into the fullness of your purpose. You are walking into the victory that God has promised you. You are not who the world says you are. You are who God says you are. And you are chosen, called, and equipped to fulfill the purpose He has placed on your life. Chosen one, walk forward with confidence, knowing that you have been prepared for this moment. The best is yet to come. Your breakthrough is here. Your divine abundance is here. And you, chosen one, are just getting started. Nothing can stand in the way of your divine destiny. You were made for this. You were made for greatness. You were made to shine. So step boldly into the future God has prepared for you, knowing that with His strength, His authority, and His love, there is nothing that can stop you. Remember, you are not who the world says you are. You are who God says you are. His chosen vessel, a radiant light in the darkness, a force to be reckoned with. So rise, chosen one. The world is waiting for you to step fully into the divine destiny that is yours. Chosen one. We now enter a profound moment of understanding where the depths of your transformation are revealed and the glorious blessings you are stepping into are ready to unfold. What you've experienced up until now, every trial, every hardship, every moment of uncertainty, has all led you to this divine moment of breakthrough. You may have felt like you were wandering through the wilderness, but now the horizon is clear and the promised land is in sight. The transformation God has orchestrated in your life is not just a superficial change. It is an overhaul, an entire divine renewal that goes far beyond what can be seen with the eye. This transformation is not just about altering your circumstances. It's about altering you at the very core of your being, your heart, your mind, your spirit. God has been working within you, reshaping you into the person He created you to be. The process has been one of divine refinement, where God has taken everything that was unsteady, uncertain, or broken, and He has made it new. This is the kind of transformation that changes your entire identity, aligns you with His will, and prepares you to step into a destiny you never thought possible. You have undergone a spiritual renewal, a restoration that has been building from the inside out. This isn't just about the external shifts that are now visible to the world. It's about the heart and soul changes that have taken place in the quiet places of your life, in the moments when no one was watching, when you were alone with God. It's in those moments that the deepest work was being done, and now the evidence of that divine transformation is beginning to shine forth in every area of your life. Isaiah 43:19 says, "See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland." This scripture speaks directly to your life, chosen one. God has already begun the new thing in you. He has made a way where there seemed to be no way. He has brought water to the dry places, and now He is about to bring a flood of blessings that will change everything. What you have experienced so far has been part of the preparation, but the real transformation has been happening in the spiritual depths of your soul. God has been aligning you with His perfect will, reshaping your identity so that it reflects who He has always intended for you to be. You have gone through trials, yes, but these trials were not meant to break you. They were meant to shape you into someone who is not just surviving, but thriving, someone who can walk in the fullness of the destiny that God has prepared. You have been made for greatness, and God has been preparing you for this moment, for this season of transformation, like a potter molding clay into a vessel that can carry His glory. Now, chosen one, the time has come for you to step into the fullness of this transformation. You are not who you were before. The person you are now is stronger, wiser, and more equipped for the purpose you are about to fulfill. Your spiritual renewal is complete, and now you are walking in alignment with God's divine plan. You are no longer bound by the limitations of the past. The old has gone, and the new has come. The next chapter of your life is one of divine abundance, a season where everything you've been waiting for will come to fruition. This isn't just another phase of life. This is the season of your breakthrough, the season where the blessings that have been promised to you are about to overflow in ways that will leave you in awe. You are stepping into a new season of favor, prosperity, and divine fulfillment, and everything in your life is about to change. It's easy to look back at the struggles and trials you've faced and wonder if they were in vain. But let me remind you, these trials were not punishment. They were preparation. Every difficulty, every setback, every challenge was a stepping stone to the massive blessings that are about to unfold in your life. The wilderness was never meant to break you. It was meant to build your character, your resilience, and your trust in God. Every moment of doubt you faced, every feeling of loneliness or abandonment, was God's way of teaching you to rely solely on His strength and not your own. Now you are entering a season of divine alignment where everything you've endured is about to make sense. The doors that have been closed will swing open. The opportunities that once seemed distant are now drawing near. The relationships that have been broken are being healed, and the blessings, chosen one, they will be overflowing. This season is not just about receiving. It's about stepping into the abundance that God has already prepared for you. This abundance will manifest in every area of your life: your health, your finances, your relationships, your purpose. You will no longer live in the scarcity of the past. You will live in the overflow of God's blessings, experiencing abundance beyond what you ever thought possible. Your life will become a testimony to the power of God's faithfulness, a living proof that when you trust Him, He will never fail you. Think about Joseph, chosen one. Joseph, who was sold into slavery by his brothers, betrayed by those he trusted, and thrown into prison for a crime he didn't commit. To the world, Joseph's life seemed like a failure, a story of misfortune and defeat. But God had a different perspective. Every moment of Joseph's suffering was a divine preparation for his rise to power. What looked like a pit was really a launching pad for his purpose. The trials he faced were not a sign that he was forsaken. They were a sign that God was positioning him for greatness. In God's perfect timing, Joseph was released from prison and elevated to a position of power, where he became a ruler and a provider for nations. His story is a powerful reminder that God's timing is always perfect, and that what may seem like a setback is often just a setup for something greater. Joseph's story didn't end in the pit. It ended in the palace. And so will yours. Your breakthrough is not just coming, it's already here, chosen one. The timing of your blessings is divinely orchestrated by God. You may have been in a season of waiting, but now that season is over. You are walking into a new season where God is revealing His promises in your life, one after another. The waiting has built your strength, your faith, and your ability to handle the magnitude of the blessings that are about to pour into your life. God doesn't operate on our timeline. His timing is perfect. While we may feel that we are ready for our blessings, God knows exactly when the right moment is. Just as He had a plan for Joseph's life, He has a perfect plan for yours. What seemed like delay was really preparation for what's ahead. The blessings you are about to experience are not just a coincidence. They are part of God's divine design unfolding at the perfect time, in the perfect way. In the coming days, you will begin to see things align in your life that you never thought possible. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach will now be within your grasp. The dreams you've held in your heart will begin to manifest, and the blessings that have been delayed will now come pouring in. You are stepping into your season of abundance, chosen one. The struggles are behind you, and now you will live in the fullness of God's promises. Remember, as you step into this season, it's not just about receiving blessings, it's about living in the overflow of God's goodness. Your life will no longer be marked by scarcity. It will be marked by abundance. Every area of your life will reflect the favor of God, and the blessings He pours into you will spill over to others, touching lives and transforming the world around you. Chosen one, the moment you've been waiting for has arrived. You have been through the fire, through the storms, through the trials that seemed endless, and through the valleys that tested your faith. But now the season you've longed for is here, the season of fulfillment, the season where all the promises God made to you, all the prayers you've prayed, and all the dreams you've held on to will finally be realized. What you are walking into now is not just another phase of life. It's the fulfillment of God's divine plan for you. This moment has been a long time coming, but the time has arrived for you to step into everything God has prepared for you. You have been shaped, refined, and transformed for this season. The struggle, the waiting, and even the doubts were all part of God's divine preparation to bring you into your destiny. Every tear you shed was not wasted. Every moment of uncertainty was a step toward this moment of breakthrough. It's important to recognize that what you've gone through was not punishment. It was preparation. God has been preparing you for this season of fulfillment for as long as you can remember. Every trial you faced, every setback you encountered was part of a divine strategy to position you for greatness. When you couldn't see it, God was working behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail of your life to bring you to this moment. Your struggles were not signs of failure. They were stepping stones to success. The moments when you felt like giving up were the moments when God was building your endurance, your character, and your resilience. Every time you doubted, every time you questioned whether you were on the right path, God was using those moments to deepen your faith and trust in Him. And now you are ready. The work has been done, and you are stepping into the fulfillment of what He has promised. God's preparation process is never random. He doesn't allow us to go through things for no reason. He prepares us because He knows what is ahead. He sees the bigger picture when we can only see the immediate obstacles. He allows the trials to shape us, to mold us, and to make us into the people He needs us to be in order to step fully into our calling. And now you are ready for the breakthrough that has been building for so long. For so long, you may have felt like you were just surviving. There were days when it seemed like just getting through the day was an accomplishment. You've been fighting battles, working through challenges, and enduring hardships that tested your strength. But chosen one, you are no longer just in a season of survival. You are stepping into a season where you will thrive. Survival is about getting by. It's about making it through each day, doing what you need to do to just get through the hardships and the struggles. But thriving is something entirely different. Thriving is flourishing. It is living in the fullness of the blessings God has for you. It is experiencing abundance in every area of your life. You are not just surviving anymore. You are stepping into a season where you will thrive in ways you've never imagined. God's plan for you was never just about you getting by. He has destined you to live a life of abundance, a life of peace, joy, and purpose. You are not meant to live in lack or scarcity. You are meant to walk in the fullness of His promises, and that is exactly what you are about to experience. Your faith, your persistence, your trust in God, these have all positioned you for the blessings that are now on their way. The struggles are behind you, and now you are entering into a new season where you will thrive. This season of fulfillment is not just about what God is going to do for you, it's also about what He is going to do through you. You have been prepared to carry the abundance of His blessings, not just for your own life, but for the lives of those around you. Your transformation is not just for you, it is for the world around you. You will thrive, and as you do, others will be touched by the blessings that flow through you. When you look at your life now, you may still see traces of the struggles and hardships you've faced. But when the world looks at you, they will see something different. They will see someone who has been transformed. They will see the person who once struggled, who once doubted, who once questioned their purpose, and they will see that person standing tall, walking in the fullness of God's blessing. The world will marvel at your transformation. They will see the breakthrough that has come into your life, and they will be amazed at how you got here. People will wonder how someone who has faced so much adversity could be standing so strong, so confident, and so full of peace. But you, chosen one, will know that it is not by your own strength, but by the power of God working in and through you. Your transformation is a testament to God's faithfulness. It is a reflection of His love, His grace, and His power. What the world thought could break you, God has used to build you. What the enemy meant for harm, God has turned into a story of victory. Your breakthrough is not just for you. It is a testimony of God's greatness, and it will inspire others to believe that if God can do it for you, He can do it for them too. Chosen one, this is your moment. You have waited, you have endured, and you have fought the good fight of faith. Now the season of fulfillment has arrived. This is the moment when everything God has promised you will be released. Your breakthrough is here. Your divine abundance is here. The time of waiting is over, and the time of fulfillment has come. This is the moment you've been preparing for. This is the moment when all of the lessons, all of the challenges, and all of the struggles have led to your divine breakthrough. You are stepping into the fullness of God's plan for your life, and everything that you have prayed for, everything you have hoped for, and everything you have believed for is about to manifest in ways that will leave you in awe. But remember, chosen one, this is not the end. This is just the beginning. What you are stepping into now is only the beginning of the greater things God has in store for you. The fulfillment of His promises is not a one-time event. It is an ongoing journey. The blessings you will experience in this season will be the foundation for even greater things to come. As you walk in the fullness of what God has for you, trust that the best is yet to come. There is more. There is always more with God. And as you step into this season, know that you are ready for what lies ahead. You were made for this moment, chosen one. You were created to walk in the fullness of God's promises. The season of fulfillment is your divine destiny unfolding before your eyes. You are ready. Your breakthrough is here. Your divine abundance is here. And you, chosen one, are just getting started. The best is yet to come, and with God by your side, there is nothing that can stop the incredible journey that lies ahead. Step into this season with boldness, faith, and confidence, knowing that your breakthrough has arrived and that God's plans for you are far greater than anything you could ever imagine. As you step into this new chapter of your life, chosen one, it is essential to recognize the profound power that lies within you. This power has been developed, tested, and refined over time. It is the power of unwavering faith, the authority that God has granted you, and the influence you carry to impact the world around you. These three pillars, faith, authority, and influence, are not just abstract concepts. They are the very forces that will drive you forward into the fullness of your purpose, aligning you with the destiny that God has prepared for you. Together, they form the foundation of your divine calling, and they will carry you through every challenge, every victory, and every season to come. Unwavering faith has been, and will continue to be, the key to overcoming struggles and unlocking God's promises in your life. Faith is not just a belief in something unseen. It is the active, living trust in God's character, His promises, and His timing. Your faith is what has brought you through the darkest days, what has sustained you when everything around you seemed to be crumbling. When the storms of life have tried to shake you, your faith has anchored you. When doubts have tried to cloud your vision, your faith has cleared the path ahead. Hebrews 11:1 tells us, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for, and assurance about what we do not see." This verse perfectly captures the essence of the journey you've been on. Faith is about trusting in the unseen, believing in God's promises, even when the evidence seems to suggest otherwise. You may not always see how things will work out, but faith is the assurance that God is already at work behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail of your life according to His perfect plan. Think of Abraham, chosen one. Abraham's faith was tested like few others. He was called by God to leave everything he knew to step out into the unknown, trusting that God would fulfill the promise He had made to him. God promised Abraham that he would become the father of many nations. Yet at the time, Abraham was childless and well beyond the age of fathering a child. The world would have told him it was impossible. But Abraham's faith never wavered. He trusted God's promise, and his faith was counted to him as righteousness. In the same way, your faith has been the key to unlocking the divine breakthroughs that are now unfolding in your life. The struggles you've faced, the challenges you've overcome, and the trials you've endured were all part of God's divine plan to build your faith. Every step of the journey, every moment of doubt, has been an opportunity for your faith to grow stronger, to become more unshakable, and to bring you closer to the fulfillment of God's promises. As you move forward, chosen one, continue to stand firm in your faith. Trust in the promises that God has spoken over your life. Your breakthrough is already happening. Every prayer you've prayed, every tear you've shed, and every moment of faith you've held on to has been building towards this season of divine fulfillment. Keep believing, keep trusting, and keep walking in faith, for the victory is already yours. As a chosen one, you hold divine authority, an authority that has been given to you by God Himself. This authority is not based on your own power or abilities, but on the power of God that flows through you. Nothing in this world and nothing in the spiritual realm can stand in the way of your purpose when you walk in the authority that God has granted you. You are a vessel of divine power, anointed with the ability to overcome any obstacle, face any opposition, and walk boldly into the destiny that God has prepared for you. Luke 10:19 affirms this divine authority I have given you, authority to trample on snakes and scorpions, and to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you. This scripture makes it clear that the authority you have is far greater than any force the enemy may send against you. The enemy will try to intimidate you, to throw obstacles in your path, to make you question your worth and your purpose. But you, chosen one, have the power to overcome every scheme, every lie, and every attack that the enemy sends your way. Isaiah 54:17 further affirms this divine protection and authority. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue which rises against you in judgment you shall condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is from me, says the Lord. This is your reality, chosen one. No weapon formed against you, no matter how fierce or how cunning, will prosper. You are covered by God's divine protection. You are shielded by His power. The enemy cannot touch you when you walk in the authority of the Lord. You have the authority to shift atmospheres, to overcome any opposition that comes your way. When fear tries to overwhelm you, you have the power to declare peace. When doubt seeks to cloud your mind, you have the power to declare truth. When obstacles rise before you, you have the authority to command them to be removed. You are not a victim. You are a victor, chosen one, because God's power is working through you. His authority is your authority. And with that authority, you can walk boldly into the future He has designed for you. Remember that every time the enemy comes against you, it is a sign that you are on the right path. The enemy fears the power and authority that God has placed in you, and that is why he will try to oppose you. But the truth is, chosen one, you are invincible when you walk in the authority of God. Your purpose is unstoppable. The enemy cannot break you, cannot defeat you, because God's power is greater than any force the world or the enemy can throw at you. Stand firm in that authority and continue to walk boldly into the purpose God has called you to. As you walk in your divine authority, chosen one, you will begin to see the incredible impact and influence that your life carries. Your journey has not been just for you, it has been for those around you, for the generations to come, and for the world at large. Your life is a living testimony of God's power and grace, and it is meant to inspire, to encourage, and to lead others into their own divine calling. Your influence will grow as you continue to walk in God's purpose. You are a beacon of light in a dark world, chosen one, and your light is meant to draw others toward the truth of God's love, His power, and His purpose. Your story is not just for you. It is for everyone who needs to hear it, everyone who is lost, everyone who is searching for answers. You have been called to lead others, to inspire them to rise above their circumstances, to walk boldly into their own divine purpose. Look at the life of David, chosen one. David was just a shepherd boy when God called him to be king. He was overlooked by his family, mocked by his enemies, and considered insignificant by the world. But God saw something different in him. God saw his heart. And in due time, David rose to become one of the greatest kings Israel had ever known. His life, his faith, and his courage inspired generations. His influence extended far beyond his time on earth, and his story continues to inspire people today. In the same way, your life will inspire those around you. You may not see it yet, but your faith, your resilience, and your divine authority are already making a mark on the world. Your influence will touch lives in ways you can't even imagine, and as you step into your divine calling, that influence will only grow stronger. You are called to lead, to speak truth, to bring light where there is darkness, and to show others the way to the divine purpose God has for them. Consider Esther, chosen one. Esther was a young woman who was raised in obscurity, but God placed her in the palace at just the right time to save her people. She was an unlikely candidate, but her courage, faith, and obedience to God's calling made her an instrument of divine change. Her story is a reminder that God uses ordinary people to accomplish extraordinary things. You too are called to be a vessel of divine influence, to be an instrument of change in your community, your family, and the world at large. You may not have the title, the platform, or the recognition that others do, but you have something far greater. You have the favor of God, the authority of the Creator, and the power to make a lasting impact on the world. Your life is meant to be a reflection of God's glory. And as you walk in that divine purpose, others will see that light in you and be drawn to it. Chosen one, the journey you have walked so far has been one of immense growth, testing, and preparation. You've faced hardships that have refined you, doubts that have strengthened your faith, and moments of solitude that have deepened your relationship with God. But now the time has come for you to step fully into the potential that God has placed within you. This potential is far beyond what you can see with your natural eyes. It's more than just personal success, more than just the fulfillment of your own dreams. It's the divine call to be a world changer, a leader, and a light bearer, a force for good in a world that desperately needs what you have to offer. Understand this, chosen one, your life is not simply about your own journey or your own progress. Yes, God has plans for you, but those plans are also meant to affect those around you, those in your sphere of influence, and even those you may never meet. You were created for greatness, not for selfish gain or fleeting pleasures, but for the glory of God and the expansion of His kingdom on earth. The influence you carry is a reflection of the divine power that flows through you, and it is meant to spread far and wide. Your influence is not limited to your actions alone. It is an outpouring of the light of Christ within you. When you walk in faith and obedience, that light cannot help but shine for others to see. It is essential to remember that your potential is rooted in something far greater than your own abilities. Your true strength, wisdom, and influence come from the divine power of God, Betoram, in you. The power that raised Jesus from the dead is the same power that resides in you. This is not the power of this world which fades and falters, but the eternal, unshakable power of the Creator Himself. It is the power that spoke the universe into existence, the power that calms storms and heals the sick, the power that transforms lives and brings about divine change. You may not always feel capable, chosen one. You may face moments of self-doubt, moments when the enemy tries to convince you that you are not equipped for the calling ahead. But let me remind you, your sufficiency is not found in your own strength, but in God's. His power is made perfect in your weakness, 2 Corinthians 12:9. The very fact that you are chosen, that you have been called for such a time as this, speaks to the greatness of the God who called you. His divine hand is upon your life, guiding you, empowering you, and giving you everything you need to fulfill the purpose He has set before you. In the same way that Moses was empowered to lead the Israelites out of Egypt, or Esther was chosen to save her people, you too are called to rise up and lead. Your life is a living testimony of God's greatness, how He takes ordinary people with all their flaws and imperfections and transforms them into vessels of His glory. It is through His strength, not your own, that you will accomplish the extraordinary things He has planned for you. God has called you to be a leader, a light bearer, a beacon of hope, in a world that often feels dark and hopeless. You are not meant to blend in or live a life of quiet mediocrity. Your purpose is far greater than living for yourself. You are called to be a world changer, to rise above the noise and the distractions, and to walk boldly in the authority that God has given you. Your leadership is not about titles or positions. It's about influence. Influence is the ability to inspire and impact others, to lead them towards truth, hope, and a deeper understanding of God's love. Every action you take, every word you speak, every decision you make, has the potential to impact the lives of those around you. Your life is a living sermon preaching God's love, power, and grace to a world in need. Think about the impact of figures like Martin Luther King Jr., who through his courage and faith changed the course of history. Or Mother Teresa, who through her selfless love and service touched millions of lives. These individuals did not rely on their own strength to change the world. They relied on the power of God within them, walking in the authority He had given them to make an impact. Just as they changed the world, so can you, chosen one. God has placed you in the world at this moment for a reason. You are uniquely positioned to influence the lives of those around you, to lead them into the light of God's truth, and to help them step into their own divine destiny. Whether it's your family, your friends, your community, or even strangers, you have the power to make a lasting impact. Your life has the potential to inspire others to rise above their circumstances and to walk boldly into the fullness of what God has for them. It's time to embrace your calling, chosen one. You were not created to live in fear or doubt. You were not created to shrink back from the challenges ahead. You were created to stand tall, to rise above the obstacles, and to walk in the fullness of your divine destiny. You were born for this moment, for this season, for the work that God has prepared for you to do. The world needs your light, your influence, your faith, and your leadership. The truth is, your life is not just for you. It is for the countless souls that God has destined for you to reach. You may never know the full extent of your impact, but trust me when I say that it is far greater than you can imagine. The people you influence today will impact others tomorrow. The seeds you plant now will bear fruit in the years to come. And as you continue to walk in your calling, God will expand your influence, giving you more opportunities to touch lives, change hearts, and build His kingdom on earth. This is the time for you to rise up, to step into your full potential, and to embrace the divine authority and influence that God has placed within you. You are not just a passive observer of your life. You are an active participant in the divine plan that God has set before you. Your actions, your faith, and your obedience are key to unlocking the fullness of your destiny. Remember, chosen one. Your life is not just about personal success or fulfillment. It is about living for a greater purpose. A purpose that extends beyond your own lifetime and touches the lives of others. You have been called to be a catalyst for change, a voice for the voiceless, and a beacon of hope to those who are lost in darkness. Your influence will extend far beyond your own generation, leaving a legacy that will continue to inspire and transform lives long after you are gone. You are a part of something much bigger than yourself. You are part of God's grand plan to bring light to the world, to show people His love, and to call them into their own divine destiny. The impact you will have is not just for today. It is for eternity. Your life will echo in the hearts of those you touch, and your legacy will continue to inspire future generations to rise up and fulfill their own divine purposes. So step into your full potential, chosen one. Embrace your calling, step into your authority, and let your influence shine brightly. The world is waiting for you to rise up and take your place as a leader, a light bearer, and a world changer. You have everything you need to fulfill your purpose, and the time to step into it is now. Your journey is just beginning, and the best is yet to come. Walk boldly, knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be, and that, with God by your side, you will change the world. Chosen one, as you step further into the divine journey laid before you, it's crucial to understand that the season you are about to enter is not just a continuation of what has been. This is a season of divine overflow, where God's blessings will pour into every corner of your life, transforming it into a testimony of His goodness and power. This is a time where not only your needs will be met, but where abundance will overflow in ways that will far exceed your expectations. This is the season of destiny and legacy, where your purpose will come to full fruition and your actions will echo through generations. The journey you've been on, the trials you've faced, the faith you've held on to, all of it has led to this moment. The transformation that has taken place within you has been a process of divine preparation, and now you are stepping into a season where the floodgates of heaven will open and blessings beyond measure will flow into every aspect of your life. This is not just survival, chosen one. This is thriving, flourishing, and walking boldly in the divine inheritance that God has promised you. As you begin to step into this new season, you must understand that the overflow you are about to experience goes beyond just material wealth. It encompasses every area of your life, your finances, your health, your relationships, and your spirit. God is not only interested in meeting your basic needs, He is a God of abundance, and He desires for you to live a life of overflow, where every area of your life is filled to the brim and spilling over with His goodness. Malachi 3:10 gives us a powerful picture of this overflow. Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house. Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be room enough to store it. This promise is not just for the Israelites in the Old Testament. This is a promise for you, chosen one. God is opening the floodgates of heaven over your life, and the blessings that are about to pour out will be so abundant that you won't have room to contain them. Financial breakthrough, healing in your body, restoration in your relationships. All of this is part of the divine overflow God is about to release in your life. The season of lack and struggle is over. God has already positioned you for the blessings that are coming. You have been prepared, refined, and shaped for this moment. And now He is going to pour out blessings in ways that will leave you in awe. You will experience a level of provision and abundance that you have never known before. Not just enough to get by, but more than enough to live in abundance to bless others and to be a witness of God's faithfulness. As you step into this overflow, I encourage you to do so with faith and boldness. Trust that God is not only able but more than willing to bless you in ways that will exceed your imagination. The abundance you are about to experience is not just for you, it is for the work that God has called you to do. It is for the people you are meant to reach, the lives you are meant to touch, and the legacy you are meant to build. Walk in confidence, knowing that this is the season of divine overflow, and everything you need, and more, will be provided. Now, as you stand on the threshold of this new season, it's important to remember that everything you've experienced, every trial, every triumph, every moment of growth, has been leading you here to this moment of destiny. You are not just stepping into a new season of blessings. You are stepping into your ordained purpose, the very purpose for which you were created. This is the time when your calling will be fully realized, and the divine plans God has for you will unfold before your eyes. Jeremiah chapter 29:11 reminds us of this truth. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Chosen one. This is the promise that God has for you. The trials you've faced, the hardships you've overcome, and the victories you've celebrated, these were all part of God's perfect plan to prepare you for the future He has for you. Every moment of your life has been leading you to this divine purpose, and now the time has come for you to step fully into it. You have been called to more than just a life of existence. You have been called to a life of impact, a life that will influence others in ways that you may not even yet fully understand. Your purpose is not just for you, it is for the people around you, for the generations that will come after you, and for the world that is waiting to hear your story. You are part of something much greater than yourself, chosen one, and your impact will stretch far beyond the life you live today. The enemy may have tried to convince you that your struggles disqualify you from your purpose. But I tell you now, chosen one, your struggles have only refined you. They have prepared you to walk in your divine destiny with strength, wisdom, and unshakable faith. The moments when you felt like giving up, when you wondered if your calling was real, those were the moments that God was drawing you closer to the purpose He has for you. And now, you are stepping into that purpose with boldness, knowing that everything you have experienced has been preparation for this moment of destiny. You are not just surviving, chosen one, you are thriving in the fullness of God's plan for your life. Everything that you've gone through has been for this divine moment. And now, you are ready to walk fully into your calling, to embrace the purpose that God has placed in your heart, and to step into a future that is brighter and more abundant than you ever imagined. As you step into your destiny, it is important to remember that this journey is not just about your individual blessings, it is about the legacy you will leave behind. You were not created to live for yourself. You were created to impact the world around you, to be a light in the darkness, and to build a legacy of love, faith, and divine purpose that will continue to affect generations to come. Think about the lives of biblical figures like Abraham and Moses. Abraham's faith and obedience to God created a legacy that stretched far beyond his lifetime. God made him the father of many nations, and his faith continues to inspire millions around the world today. Moses, too, left a powerful legacy. He led the Israelites out of slavery and into the Promised Land, becoming one of the greatest leaders in history. But more than that, Moses' faith and obedience to God's calling continue to impact the world through the Scriptures and through the generations that followed. Your legacy, chosen one, will be no different. You are called to leave a mark on this world, to build something that will last long after you are gone. The work you do, the impact you have, and the faith you live out will touch the lives of those around you and will inspire future generations. Your legacy will not be defined by wealth, fame, or status. It will be defined by the love, faith, and purpose that you poured into others, by the lives you touched, and by the kingdom you helped to build. This is why your calling is so important. Your life is not just for you. It is for the people you are called to serve, the people you are called to impact, and the generations that will come after you. God has placed you on this earth for a reason, and that reason is to build a legacy that will continue to change the world. Your legacy will be a reflection of God's love and grace, a living testimony to His faithfulness and power. So I encourage you, chosen one, to embrace your role as a world changer. You were created for greatness, not for self-glory, but to bring glory to God and to leave a lasting impact on the world. Build your legacy with faith, with love, and with an unwavering commitment to God's purpose. You are part of something far greater than yourself, and your life will be a beacon of hope, faith, and divine purpose for generations to come. As you move forward into the season of divine overflow, chosen one, it is crucial to understand that this moment, this new chapter of your life, is not one that you are walking into alone. The path ahead may be filled with new challenges, new opportunities, and new experiences, but you have been divinely equipped to handle every aspect of it. God has prepared you for this moment, and He has given you everything you need to fulfill His purpose for your life. You are not stepping into this season on your own. You are walking in the power, guidance, and protection of the Creator of the universe. Chosen one, you are equipped with the authority of God. This is not just a general kind of authority, this is divine authority. The same authority that Jesus Christ walked in during His time on earth has been imparted to you. You have been given the power to overcome every obstacle, to rise above every challenge, and to fulfill the calling that God has placed on your life. The enemy may try to stop you, the world may try to discourage you, but nothing can stand in the way of God's plan for you. His power is greater than any force that may come against you, and His authority in your life is unshakable. You are also equipped with God's protection. As you walk boldly into your destiny, remember that His protection surrounds you like a shield. Psalm 91:4 promises, He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. You do not need to fear, chosen one. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No attack of the enemy will succeed. God is your refuge, and He will protect you every step of the way. This protection is not just physical, it is spiritual as well. You have the protection of God's divine hand on your life, guiding you, guarding you, and keeping you from harm. Along with His authority and protection, you have God's guidance. His Holy Spirit dwells within you, leading you into all truth and wisdom. When you face decisions or challenges that seem overwhelming, remember that God's voice will guide you. He is your shepherd, and you are His sheep. He will lead you to green pastures and beside still waters. Psalm 23:2. When the path ahead seems unclear, trust that God is working in ways you may not see, preparing you and guiding you to the next step. Your faith in His guidance will never be in vain, for He is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. Psalm 119:105. As you step into this new season of overflow, you must understand that God's blessings are not just for you. They are meant to flow through you to bless others. The blessings that are coming into your life, whether they are financial, relational, or spiritual, are not just for your personal gain. They are a part of God's plan to use you as a vessel of His goodness, a conduit through which His love and grace can reach those around you. The overflow of blessings you will experience is a reflection of God's abundance. He is not a God of scarcity. He is a God of abundance. His word promises in Ephesians 3:20 that He is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine. This overflow will not just meet your needs, it will exceed them. God's blessings will pour into your life in such abundance that you will have more than enough to share with others, to bless those around you, and to build His kingdom on earth. This season of overflow is not just a financial blessing, though it may include that. It is also a season of overflowing peace, joy, health, relationships, and purpose. Your emotional, spiritual, and physical needs will be met in abundance. When you walk in alignment with God's will, everything you touch will prosper. Your relationships will be healed, your mind will be at peace, and your heart will be full of joy. The overflow that is coming is not just for your benefit, but for the benefit of those God has called you to serve. The blessings you will experience, the impact you will make, and the legacy you are building are all intricately tied together. Chosen one, your life is not just for the here and now. The work you are doing today, the steps you are taking today, are laying the foundation for a legacy that will outlast you. The legacy you leave will continue to affect generations long after you are gone. The impact you make will ripple through time, inspiring and equipping others to walk in their own divine purpose. The Bible gives us many examples of individuals who built legacies that continue to inspire us today. Think about Abraham, whose faith established him as the father of many nations. He was not just thinking about his own life, he was thinking about the generations that would follow. God's covenant with Abraham was a promise not just for him, but for all of his descendants. His legacy of faith continues to impact the world today. Your life, too, will be a legacy of faith, and the seeds you plant now will bear fruit for generations. Another powerful example is Moses. Moses was called by God to lead the Israelites out of slavery in Egypt. He did not just free a nation in his lifetime, he set the stage for a future where the people of God would worship him in freedom. Moses' obedience to God's calling left an indelible mark on history. Your obedience to God's calling will do the same. Your choices today are shaping the future of those around you and the generations to come. Whether you see it now or not, your life is creating a legacy of faith, purpose, and transformation. You are not just living for yourself, chosen one. You are living for the countless souls that God has destined for you to reach. The impact of your life is far greater than what you may realize. You are called to lead others, to inspire others, and to bring them into the fullness of their own divine calling. Your legacy will be a living testimony to God's greatness, to His love, and to His faithfulness. You will leave behind a trail of lives, changed hearts, healed, and souls brought into the light of God's love. As you embrace this season of overflow and destiny, remember that your faith is the key that unlocks everything. The blessings, the authority, and the legacy that you are stepping into are all activated through your faith. It is your faith that moves mountains, your faith that calls forth God's promises, and your faith that enables you to fulfill the purpose He has for you. In the same way that Abraham's faith made him the father of many nations, and Moses' faith led to the deliverance of an entire people. Your faith will move you into the fullness of your calling. As you continue to walk boldly, keep your eyes fixed on the promises of God, trusting that He will fulfill every word He has spoken over your life. God's timing is perfect, and as you continue on this journey, trust that His plan will unfold in the perfect season. You may not always understand why things unfold the way they do, but trust that every moment is part of His divine design. His timing is always for your good, chosen one, and He will guide you to the right place at the right time. When you step into your destiny, it will be at the exact moment that God has ordained for you. Remember, this journey is not just about reaching a destination. It is about walking in the fullness of God's purpose for your life, and knowing that His presence goes with you every step of the way. His guidance, His protection, and His strength are yours to rely on. And with Him by your side, nothing is impossible. So, chosen one, as you continue walking into the overflow, your destiny, and the legacy you are called to build, remember that you are not alone. You are equipped, protected, and guided by the Creator of the universe. Keep walking in faith, knowing that He will fulfill every promise He has made to you. Your best days are ahead of you, and the impact you will make will be far greater than anything you have imagined. Step boldly into the destiny that God has prepared for you. Embrace the overflow of blessings that are coming into your life. Build the legacy that will change the world, and do it all with the confidence that God's hand is upon you. You are a world changer, chosen one. Your time is now. Trust in His plan, walk in His authority, and live in the fullness of your divine purpose. The world is waiting for you to step into your role. And with God by your side, nothing can stop you. As we bring this moment to a close, chosen one, take a deep breath and reflect on the journey you have walked, the transformation you have undergone, and the divine purpose that is now unfolding before you. The time has come for you to step fully into your calling, to embrace the destiny that God has prepared for you, and to impact the world in ways you have only dreamed of. Everything you've experienced, every trial you've faced, and every moment of growth has led you to this moment. The moment where you step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. You are not just surviving, you are thriving. You are walking into the season of divine overflow, where God's promises are not just being fulfilled, but are flowing abundantly into every area of your life. The struggles, the setbacks, and the waiting were all part of the divine process, shaping you for the extraordinary purpose you are now called to fulfill. Your breakthrough is here, and your time has arrived. The world is waiting for the light that you are about to shine, for the influence that you are about to wield, and for the legacy that you will leave behind. Now, chosen one, it's time for you to claim your divine inheritance. Your journey is not over. It is just beginning. The divine calling on your life has always been there, and now the world is about to witness the fullness of your purpose. You are God's chosen one, called for such a time as this, and nothing can stand in your way. As you step into this new season, continue walking by faith. Trust in the promises God has spoken over your life, and claim every blessing He has prepared for you. Embrace the authority He has given you to overcome every obstacle and walk boldly in the purpose He has set before you. This is not a time for hesitation or fear. This is the time for you to stand firm, knowing that the God who has brought you this far will see you through to the end. The purpose you carry is greater than any challenge you will face, and the power of God within you is greater than any force in this world. Continue to walk by faith, knowing that every step you take is a step closer to the fulfillment of your divine destiny. Keep claiming God's promises over your life, and trust that He will never leave you nor forsake you. The path you are walking may not always be easy, but it is the path that leads to the divine fulfillment of your purpose. As you embrace your authority, remember that it comes from God. You have been empowered to change the world, to break barriers, and to walk into a future that is far brighter than anything you could have imagined. Do not be afraid to take bold steps, for you walk with the Creator of the universe by your side. You are not just an ordinary person. You are God's chosen vessel, and He has equipped you with everything you need to fulfill your purpose. Now, chosen one, I encourage you to take action. Like this video to signal your readiness to step into your divine purpose. Comment number 7 below to activate the blessings God is about to release in your life. This is not just about engagement. It is a spiritual act of declaration. Your faith is the key that unlocks the doors God has opened for you, and your declaration is the first step in stepping into the fullness of what He has prepared for you. If you haven't yet subscribed to this channel to stay aligned with your divine journey, we are in this together, and I am here to support you every step of the way. As we close, I offer this prayer over you, chosen one, affirming your identity and your divine destiny. Heavenly Father, I thank you for the chosen one, for the purpose you have placed within them, and for the divine calling that they are stepping into today. I ask that you continue to guide them, strengthen them, and empower them as they walk boldly into the destiny you have prepared. May they always know that they are not alone, for you are with them every step of the way. Let their faith grow stronger, their vision clearer, and their purpose even more impactful. I declare that no weapon formed against them shall prosper, and every plan of the enemy is nullified in Jesus' name. May your protection cover them, and may your peace fill their hearts. I ask that you open doors of opportunity for them, bring healing to their body and relationships, and pour out blessings that they cannot contain. Let your favor surround them like a shield, and let your joy be their strength. Lord, may the chosen one walk in the fullness of their calling, knowing that they are a vessel of your light and love in this world. Empower them to change lives, to make a lasting impact, and to leave a legacy that will glorify you for generations to come. May they never forget that they are your masterpiece, created for good works that you prepared in advance for them to do. In Jesus' name, I pray. Amen. Remember, chosen one, your faith has brought you this far, and it will continue to carry you into the future. You are walking in the power of God's promises, and nothing can stop what He has started in your life. This is your time. The world is waiting for you to step into your destiny. Embrace it with faith, with boldness, and with the confidence that God is with you every step of the way. Your journey is just beginning, and the best is yet to come. Keep believing, keep trusting, and keep walking in the fullness of your divine purpose. You are chosen, and nothing can take that away.